Now, the Hulk has its own problems, which it is. It tries to portray as a Greek mythology to the character of Hulk, being pushed anger away into his system because of his dad injected him something as a young kid from when he was Bruce Banner. But and it coming out after a gamma radiation, I what and his father being about absorbing it. He said what. This film is just all over the place when trying to understand the characters and the actors, what they're doing. Eric Bana, I'm not saying didn't do bad as the Hulk, but it was hard to buy him as the Hulk because the Hulk was different and portrayed more like less different. If you depend on what you like with the Hulk, you like with the Hulk. His basic origin was different. He was exposed to gamma radiation and becomes the Hulk, and not because of something that happened to his origins. Because his father was part of the Marines, and they got shut him out of it. And then he was living in a project place where they were trying to do testing, and he figures this out, and he finds out the same place Betty Brant was. Ross, his daughter, Betty Ross. Sorry, I made a mistake out there, but I fixed myself. Betty Ross was also there too, and that kind of confused me, like why they're trying to flip over different looks for them as a kid. Like, did they really need to do a story, a real good storyline to start up the Hulk? The first full 30 minutes, almost the first few minutes, the first few hours, like first 30 minutes of the film, you get to learn about the Hulk, and I think the Hulk is a basic character you really don't need to do. You could at least did what the Incredible Hulk did, which was do the origin while the credits were rolling, and it's just something I didn't enjoy about this movie. In the villains they put in here, Absorbing Man in the last minute fight, and there wasn't any true villain behind it. It was just making the Hulk look like he's a true monster. But if you look at the Hulk in the comics, he kind of talks a little bit, and he's kind of acts like a little bit of a mute. He kind of acts like, don't get me wrong, he kind of acts like Frankenstein, which I know Hulk is kind of based off of him. But Hulk is different with his own characters, and I enjoy him for that. I enjoy this movie, but Ang Lee's Hulk didn't. I'm not saying I hated it. It was more like a different aspect for the Hulk of what you're looking for a Hulk film. Just depending on how you wanted the Hulk to have a movie, it's just different because it just came out with the onslaughts with like Daredevil and Spider-Man and X-Men. It came out during that thought, and they were just trying to push in other heroes they wanted to have movies for, but I digress, and I say the Hulk isn't the perfect, ideal Hulk movie, depending if you like the Hulk or not. If you have basic feelings, those poodles, I did not understand them at all for that. The poodles, and I kind of enjoyed this movie, but I didn't really like the movie. It was pretty good, but not my favorite. But I also, it has parts of the films I gotta like, but it's not like my ideal movie to enjoy. The Hulk, it came out almost around that same time period after Daredevil, after Spider-Man, Hulk, and Daredevil. It came out with those movies. So, kind of looking at it as its solo film is more different, depending if the Hulk is more, how can you explain it, serious. It's kind of hard to take this movie serious with the plot line with, like, the last few minutes, like, Absorbing Man comes and, like, you see Bruce Banner in the thing. It's like, that seems like that could have been, like, the first half. Like, you didn't have to explain everything, his origin, because the Hulk is like Spider-Man. You know his background. You know his origin. So you basically don't even need to have set up anything in the film for it. And I knew back in the early 2000s, a lot of people didn't know it, but still, I knew the Hulk's origin straight off the back. He was exposed to gamma radiation, becomes a green, he becomes a Jolly Green the Jolly Green Giant. And even though that film tends to dispatch from different runs from the comic books, but Hulk was its own movie, and I didn't like it. But it's just one of those films I didn't see when I was younger to watch it to have a feelings for it now. But looking at it like as a grown up, it kind of like why was this movie even made? So those are like basically my thoughts for the Hulk film. After this review, I'll be doing the Punisher review. I like. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy these reviews I've been doing of Marvel movies that came out. Hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.